So rare earths, one of the many things that give China the competitive edge. What about India? Does India have a leverage like that? Before we discuss that, here's something more basic. India will be celebrating its 72nd Independence Day in a couple of months from now. It has been quite a journey for a country that nobody gave a chance of surviving together. India has made great strides, both on earth and in space, strides that we're all proud of. India's thirst for achievements has led it down many a glory road. But on one count, the road has remained barren and parched, like the throats of millions of Indians, without water to drink. It was just last month that Mumbai's tap water was declared fit for drinking. After all these years, finally fit for drinking. It's India's most populous city, remember. We are talking about Mumbai, the financial capital of this country of 130 crore people. And all these years, Mumbai did not have water fit for drinking. It's only now that the municipal corporation has given the thumbs up. It says only 0.7%, that's less than 1% of water samples in Mumbai, contained coliform bacteria. Now, this bacteria is an indicator of disease-causing organisms in drinking water. The WHO's limit for this bacteria in water is 5%. So at less than 1%, Mumbai's water is arguably safe. That should be good news, right? But nobody's celebrating, and here's why. Every year, Mumbai suffers more than 1 lakh diarrhea cases. And the problem is not limited to this city. Water contamination is a serious issue that India as a whole is battling. Clean drinking water is a luxury that only 2 of India's biggest cities can afford. Can you believe that? Only 2 cities in a country as big as India. The other one is Delhi. Just a few days ago, the Delhi Jal Board claimed that its tap water is fit for drinking. Can you believe it? It's taken us 7 decades, 70 years, to declare the tap water in India's capital clean, fit for drinking. The Jal Board said that residents of Delhi do not need to use an RO purifier in their homes. Great news. Access to clean drinking water is considered a basic human right, a right that most Indians don't have. Demand for water is said to be twice the present supply. Almost 75% of India's households do not have access to it. 70% of all drinking water, 70%, is said to be contaminated in India. India is the 3rd worst among 122 countries on the Water Quality Index. According to India's Central Pollution Control Board, both surface and groundwater reserves are polluted in this country. The number of polluted rivers has more than doubled in India. Earlier, 121 rivers were polluted. Now that number stands at 275. Forget clean drinking water. Most of India is running out of any kind of water. Water levels in India's major reservoirs has fallen drastically. Groundwater resources, which constitute 40% of India's water supply, are being depleted at unsustainable rates. More than half of India's groundwater is declining faster than it is being replenished. This is a serious situation. No wonder then, about half of India's population, nearly 600 million people in this country, the next superpower, the so-called superpower, faces severe water scarcity. Every year, by 2020, in fact, that's next year, India will be formally categorized as a water-stressed country. That means less than 1,000 cubic meters of water is available to each person. 21 Indian cities, including Delhi, Bengaluru, Chennai and Hyderabad, are expected to run out of groundwater. According to an Indian government report last year, the demand for water is said to be twice the present supply. Where will the water come from? And that could force India to lose up to 6% of its GDP. It is a crisis in the making. The story of India reminds you of Samuel Taylor Coleridge and his often quoted poem, The Rime of the Ancient Mariner. It said, water, water everywhere, and all the boards did shrink. Water, water everywhere, nor any drop to drink. The words ring alarmingly true for India today, a country that is surrounded by oceans, a country that is blessed with many rivers, yet most of its people do not have access to something as basic as water. We are a country that has made phenomenal headway in science and technology, that has proven to be entrepreneurial and hardworking, a country working towards becoming a superpower. The least we deserve is a glass of clean drinking water for every citizen. Think about that.